sports? Do you like beer? Do you love sports and beer? Then you're exactly where you need to be. This is the Hubes, Views, and Brews Show on 1252 Sports Chicago. Cheers.
You are listening to 1252. You are listening to 1252 Sports Entertainment. Parental discretion may be advised.
Woo! It's about that time. FatMike, Chicago Sports. Yeah. Woo. Finally here. Shot City Sports is right here. Updates on news, get it here. No rumors, cause we keep it real. FatMike. Sit back, relax, sugar beer, one of them nights.
Hey, this is Carmen DeFalco from ESPN Chicago, and you're listening to the FatMike Sports Show.
Hey, this is Dave Richard from CBS Sports, and you're listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hi, this is Jesse Rogers from the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey everyone, I'm Scott Merkin, the longtime White Sox beat writer for MLB.com and proud graduate of the University of Michigan. You're listening to me on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
This is Chuck Arfine, and you are listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. It's the best.
Hey, what's up? This is Greg Braggs Jr. from Braggs in the Stands, and you're listening to my guys on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. Boom!
Hey everyone, Freddie Huebner from ESPN 1000. Great to be on the FatMike Chicago Sports Show. I'm Dan Zaborski, senior writer for Fangraphs, and you're listening to FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
I'm JJ Stankovich from NBCSportsChicago.com and the Under Center podcast, and you are listening to the FatMike Chicago Sports Show.
Hey Sparkle, you know what I listen to? It's the FatMike Chicago Sports Show with my guy, Fat Mike. If you listen anywhere else, no jock. Listen to Fat Mike, the best.
Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago. Thank you for listening to 1252 Sports Chicago.
All right, what's up, everybody? We are here from 1252 Sports. I myself am Fat Mike. This is Fred Huebner, and we are here to do the Bears pregame live here at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park. Beautiful place. We got a birthday party here. We got guys from First and 10 tailgate. The place is starting to pack in pretty good. It's a lot of fun, Fred. It's a lot of fun.
That always is coming out here. Cannot wait till the Bears score. Place goes crazy here, and I expect them to score quite a bit against Atlanta today. Justin Fields on turf. That'll be fun to watch.
Justin Fields back home in Atlanta.
Yeah.
It's where he grew up. It's
well, you know what?
His old stopping ground. He's going to kick some ass today.
Running on turf, not running on the garbage field at Soldier Field, should help him, should make the Bears a little bit quicker. See what happens if they get – the defense needs to step up. We talked about it on Monday on my show. The defense was so bad. They need to step up this week. Mariota's actually played pretty well. Cordero Patterson's getting better after being hurt for a while. So it's going to be a challenge, but expect another high-scoring game. A lot of the gamblers are making money on Bears over and over for the games because everything's been going over because the Bears can score.
They score.
They can't stop anyone.
Right, they score. The big problem right now with the Bears is the defense. The defense has been atrocious. Okay, I mean, you go up against Detroit last week, you lose a heartbreaker. But listen, Detroit, I mean, what do they expect going into that game last week, Fred? Detroit was still the highest scoring offense in the league, but they also give up the most points in the league.
Yeah.
You got to make one stop. One stop in that game wins you that game. Unfortunately, the Bears could not get that stop. The Bears lose to Detroit. It sucked.
Yeah, and it did. And the one thing you have to look at is the Bears and Eberflus right now, they have 4 rookies on the defensive side of the ball. Gordon, Brisker, Sanborn, and also Dominique Robinson. And the first 7 games, they did a good job. Second half, they shut people down. The last 3 games, they've given up 14 points per game, 6 touchdowns in the second half in the last 3 games. That's got to stop. They've not adjusted in the second half, or they've adjusted, and the other teams have adjusted. So we'll see what happens today against Atlanta.
And the one question I want to ask you is we were talking about it a few weeks ago here, and not here, but a few weeks ago on the show. And the one thing I said is I wanted to see Justin Fields have a 300-yard game.
Yep.
Okay, and
You're still waiting?
I'm still waiting. I thought last week, the week against the Commanders, I thought those were the perfect prime time weeks to do so. Okay?
Yep.
But the question that I have for you is, does Justin Fields need to be that quarterback for the Bears to excel?
Yes.
Does he have to be that pocket presence quarterback?
He does. I think
or
so.
a little bit of pocket presence.
I think he needs to be it. He's got to get some receivers. He's got some guys. Pringle's coming. He's playing okay. Moody, Cole Kmet, who's been out most of the week in practice with a thigh injury, but he'll be playing today. 5 touchdowns in his last 3 games. He needs some weapons, and he'll get them, I think. The offensive line needs to step up and protect him a little bit. But I do think eventually he needs to be the guy where you get a 280, 290, you're not surprised. I'm not worried about the 300. Give me 280, 290, not 135.
I'd be okay with 250.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, that's where I'm sitting right now. That's my peak form right now is if he goes out there today and throws for 250, I'd be a happy camper. I'd be happier than a pig in shit. Let me tell you.
No, it'd be nice. I would love to see him equal offense and, passing and throwing the ball. I don't want to see, passing and running the ball.
Right.
His running the ball last week, he came out running the ball. They should have won the game. It was frustrating enough they didn't. You blow a 14-point fourth quarter lead. But I want to see, the problem now is you don't have Khalil Herbert, okay?
Right.
Khalil Herbert's down for a while with his injury. So you see more of David Montgomery, which I think on turf will be a good thing. You also see another rookie in Huebner, the kid from Baylor, who's been returning some kicks. We'll get a chance to see him. I'm excited to see that, but I do think that he needs to throw the ball a little bit more, and maybe this week they've worked on that. I know that Chase Claypool, they've worked a lot in practice. Claypool says that him and Fields are trying to work together and get on the same page, and if that's the case, maybe we'll see a little bit more. Right now, in a couple games, he's got 3 catches. That's it.
All right.
We haven't seen a lot of Chase Claypool, and it does take a while to learn another team's offense and passing routine.
Well, you brought him up already, Travis Huebner. He's got some big shoes to fill this week.
Yeah.
Because with Khalil Herbert out, I mean, that's kind of like the lightning thunder punch the Bears have going for them right now. And it works. The David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert punch works.
Yeah.
It works damn well. And now we got to see what we got out of this Travis Huebner kid. Hopefully he can bring that same type of electricity to this run game.
He seems a little smaller, maybe than Herbert, but he's a guy that's going to be given an opportunity. And I'm eager to see how he plays today. Eager to see the entire offense. I'm looking forward to the game. Should be a good one. They got a tough schedule right here. They got the Atlanta, then they go to the Jets, and then they got the Packers.
Yep.
And the Packers, as we've seen, all kinds of problems right now. But we'll see what happens over the next several games. Need to get another win. They got 3 right now. They need to get some more wins. I'm not one of those guys who wants to see them lose just to get a higher draft pick. You know what? They got enough positions they need to pick up. Don't worry about the higher draft pick. Get some of these rookies to get some experience of big games. And I think that's winning is contagious, and just like losing is. And I think that them winning a few games right now is really important.
Well, I know I saw something this morning that today's game versus Atlanta, if they win or lose, They can move all the way up to second overall pick.
Yeah.
Or drop down all the way to the 13th overall pick.
You brought up a great point last week, and that is that if they do have a high pick, you immediately would trade down.
Yes.
And get more picks.
Yes.
Which I think is a wonderful thing, a great way, because don't worry about getting the high pick just to pick somebody high and pay him high and then lay everything on him. Move it down a little bit, get a couple of really good picks, because you need defensive linemen.
Yes.
You need secondary guys. You need all wide receivers. You have many needs in this team.
Defensive line. There's so many holes on this Bears team right now, and I'm not dumping on them. I'm not dumping on the Bears. It's what we see every single Sunday. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, we see it every single Sunday.
Yep.
We see that they cannot create pressure on the quarterback. We see that they cannot take the pressure off their own quarterback. All right. Both lines are – it's a hodgepodge group of people.
Yeah.
You need players on both sides of the line. And then, which the guys that you drafted this year, and Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon. Yes, they're going to get picked on because they're rookies. Jalen Johnson.
Oh, it was brutal
sophomore.
last week. And I know he was hurt. He probably shouldn't have been out there, but they didn't have anybody else.
Right.
Unfortunately for Matt Eberflus, who was kind of like, well, you're better hurt than anybody else we can put out there, because Kendall Vildor's been out. They struggled, but Jalen Johnson was just chasing last week.
Right.
I'd love to see him maybe a little more improved today against an Atlanta defense or Atlanta offense. We'll see. And Marcus Mariota is not an easy quarterback to prepare for. He does run the ball.
Right.
He does take off. He's got an okay arm, so we'll see how things go with the defense.
But he's been struggling as of late too.
Yep.
And
I know.
The Atlanta defense is just as bad, if not worse, than what Detroit's been throwing out there. I know stats will tell you different, but Atlanta's it's not a good team.
They're only a game back of Tampa in their division. So, they've got a lot of hope down there. Even though they're 4-6, they're only a game back of the 5-5 Tampa Bay Bucks. So there's a lot of people in Atlanta that think this is the start of something, and maybe they could make the playoffs this year.
I mean, I don't think they will. That's just me saying. But this is a very winnable game for the Bears.
Yeah. Oh, sure it is.
It's a winnable game. And the Bears should go on out there and fight for this win today. But if you're going to do it, if you're going to stink in fashion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah,
too.
not
You
me.
know what I mean? I know you go out there, you don't have any intent to go out there to lose a game.
No.
I understand that 100%.
Yeah.
And I understand you're not one of those guys where it's like, oh, I'm dumping on these guys because they're winning games. Or I want to take these guys out. Look at this guy, Bears suit. Look at this guy. All right.
There you go.
What's up, dude?
There.
But yeah, we are here live here at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in Tinley Park, 7537 West 159th Street in beautiful Tinley Park.
Yeah.
I love this place.
They got the Bloody Mary carts going around. They got great breakfast. They serve breakfast all day. I've already got my breakfast order ready to go. Yeah, they have great food, tremendous food. Like I said, we were here a couple weeks ago, and once the Bears score, this place went up for grabs. There'll be a big crowd today here. It'll be wonderful.
Yes.
And you come on out here every Sunday. The Bears have a lot of Sunday noon starts right now.
Yes.
Come on out. Have a great time here at the Whistle. We'll be out here again in December sometime. Looking forward to it. Hopefully to get a few more wins before that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I mean,
that'd be nice.
It's getting cold out. It's cold up here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Did you see Harry this morning?
I saw him a little bit. I saw you on with him.
He's like, it's 70 degrees down here, yucking it up.
Yeah.
In this Florida weather.
Yeah, it's still Florida.
I will take this over Florida weather every day of the week.
I could do without hurricanes. I could do without all the rain, alligators. Forget it. No way. No way I want to go to Florida. And the humidity. Two fat guys, no way. Humidity's terrible.
It would be a hot, sloppy mess right now if we were in
cannot
Florida.
take the humidity of Florida. It's awful.
Because, 70 degrees in Florida is like 85 degrees up here because of the humidity down there.
Right. Humidity's
and 85 for a fat guy is like 105.
Right. Well, 85 here is always awful. So, yeah.
I don't like it.
No.
I don't like it. I like this weather.
I can always put a coat on.
Give me 18. Give me the icicles in my nose. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I can always put a coat on. So, but today they'll be playing indoors down in Atlanta. So we'll see how things go.
Not trying to bounce off. I'm not going to bounce off the Bears for too much because I know we are doing the Bears and Falcons pregame show. All right, but did you see what's going on up there in Buffalo?
Yeah, a lot of snow.
66 inches of snow.
I heard 77 in some places.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
That's taller than I am.
That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah.
And now they're moving that game to Detroit. I'm not going to lie. I was kind of upset that they moved that game.
A lot of people were.
I was.
A lot of people were upset because that's the kind of thing you want to sit and watch.
Right.
You want to see a snow game like that.
Weather
And
games
now,
are awesome.
and now the Bills play 2 straight games in Detroit because they play the Lions on Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
So we'll see how things go there. A lot of other games going around in the NFL. We've already seen the Packers lose this week as they lost the broadcast. That was actually a nice thing. So looking forward to the Bears doing something today. Like I said, you want to improve at a 3-7 record. You want to get wins. You want to get some confidence. I mean, Eddie Jackson, a lot of the defense has been talking about the struggles they've had of late, and they got to step up, make some changes today.
Definitely, big time. The defense definitely has to step up today to get this win.
Yep.
We saw our guy Sanborn.
Yep.
Jack Sanborn last week.
Unbelievable. Should have had an interception.
Yes.
But that call on the hands to the face by Jalen Johnson. Should have been an interception, 2 sacks, 12 tackles, but he didn't get it. But nice to see. He's one of the rookies. Jack Moore, the guy that stepped in
Undrafted.
when Roquan Smith went out. They moved Sanborn in. I'm eager to see what he does. Good old number 57, wearing Tom Thayer's old jersey.
Yeah. And listen, it's I like seeing that. All
Yeah.
right, now, but you can't sit there. I saw a lot of posts last week where it was like, Roquan Smith who?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Knock it off.
No, I'm the same way.
Like, knock
I'm
it
the same
off.
way.
Come
No,
on.
Roquan Smith who?
Come
The Bears defense is set up for that guy to make a ton of tackles, and that's what had happened. Okay, Sanborn had 2 sacks, and they're setting him up in this defense. And Matt Eberflus is putting in, and Williams is calling. They're setting it up so that linebacker position is going to get the tackles. Roquan Smith, let him go to it. Let him go to Baltimore. That's fine. He wasn't going to sign here anyway. I have no problem. That's fine with me. And the same thing with people saying Robert Quinn with him leaving. He wasn't putting pressure on the quarterback. He was playing miserable. So let's see what this defense can do and grow as they go along.
I get what you're saying. I 100% understand what you're saying. But could it be a system thing that Jack Sanborn had 9 tackles last week?
It was a system thing that Roquan played well here.
I don't know about that.
That's what it was. Hey, listen, I've told the story before when Steve Mongo and I were working. Mongo brought up the story that there was a time during their heyday, right after the Super Bowl, that Singletary got hurt. And Ron Rivera stepped in to play that spot. And Rivera went up to both Hampton and McMichael and said, I need your help. Well, I'm not sure what to do in this spot. He goes, you just play the role. We keep the guys off of you. You make the tackles. First week, Ron Rivera, Defensive Player of the Week. Second week, Ron Rivera, like 12 tackles. Third week, Mike Singletary, who had a 4-week injury, came back after 2 because he didn't want to see Ron Rivera take his spot, okay? So they have defenses. Warwick Coldman was another guy. They set up the defense so he would make all the tackles. Lance Briggs got a ton of tackles because of the way the defense was. So that's what the Bears are trying to do. And because of that, Jack Sanborn's a guy that's freed up to run to the ball carrier. And that's the same way Roquan was set up. So
it's going to be interesting. Guys, again, we are here live at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill, 159, 7537 West 159th Street in beautiful Tinley Park. These guys are our number 1 sponsor.
Yes,
they
are
fantastic. But we're
sponsor our studio.
We're here because of these guys, and we're also here again because of Fozzie football.
Yep.
Fozzie football kicks ass. We're going to be playing that today during the game, having a blast.
A great gift to have for the holidays. $65. Now, their original board game was a little bit more. They realized, listen, we'll make it a little bit easier for people to afford the game. $65 for the Fozzie football. Unbelievable.
That's
Check it
awesome.
out.
It's like paper football meets shuffleboard.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Wonderful game.
And I already we actually have at my house, at my father's house is coming up here. We're having a Fozzie football tournament on Thanksgiving Day.
There you go.
I can't wait. It's going
That'll
to
be
awesome.
fun.
But really quick, guys, a quick word from those guys, and we will be right back.
Fozzie football, are you ready, brother? Real football action on a glossy game surface played shuffle style. Slide a shuffle puck at pass or run targets, and a free mobile app keeps track of every game detail. easy to learn, but this game of skill is difficult to master. Take care of the ball, or turnovers will kill your drive. The game is guaranteed to get your competitive fire burning, and it's perfectly sized to take anywhere. The park, a barbecue, your next tailgate, or fun at home on game nights. Fonzie football is simply the best, most realistic and competitive game of football available anywhere. Add defense when your skill improves and take the game to the next level. The perfect mix of fast action and real football drama, where a last-second Hail Mary can break hearts or make champions.
All right, and we are back here again at the Whistle Sports Bar and Grill out in beautiful Tinley Park. Make sure you guys get your asses on out here. We're going to be hanging out all day. We got the watch party going on. We're going to have a halftime show. We got the post-game show. Drinks are flowing, foods are going, and we're having blasts.
So the Bears are 3-point underdogs in Atlanta.
Underdogs?
I like the Bears in 3.
The Bears.
Yeah.
I think the Bears bounce back this week handsomely. I think the Bears win by 10 points.
That would be nice. They're going to score. They're going to score. Again, our problem is, are they going to be able to stop the opposition? Okay, they can score. We know that. Now the question is, can they stop Atlanta?
Right.
It sounds like a strange question, but can you stop Atlanta? You would think so.
It's gonna, like I said, it's not going to be an easy game, but this game is a game.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough fought game. Again, both defenses are not playing up to their potential.
No. Well, the Bears don't play any games that are gimmies. Okay.
Right.
Not with this team. This team doesn't have a gimme on their schedule. Okay. They got to play hard. They got to play well. And right now they haven't been. First 10 games are 3-7. Let's see what happens now in the final 7 games. They got some tough ones coming up. They end their season with Minnesota. That's going to be a tough game. You know, the Packers in a couple weeks. The rivalry is always tough. So we'll see how it all plays out.
Right. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I think the Bears are going to win by win roughly along. I think the score is going to be, I'm going to say 34-21 is what I'm going to say.
Okay.
So more than 10. I'm going to take more than 10.
Yeah.
I think they put it on them today.
I'm going 28-20. 28-20 for the Bears to get the victory. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully we don't see any more missed extra points. Your guy, Carlos Santos. Yeah.
Carlos Santos.
Yeah.
Rubber foot last week, missing an extra point. That was terrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. Not good.
So I do have some keys to this week's game.
Okay.
I already said that the Bears are going to win this game. The keys for me, first, second, third, and fourth. 1, Travis Ebner has to step into those big shoes that we talked about earlier.
Right. Okay.
He has to step into the shoes of Khalil Herbert.
Okay.
And it's not easy.
No.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
He's been out there. I mean,
there's a lot of us that thought Khalil Herbert was playing as well, if not better, than David Montgomery.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah,
Faster,
it's very, very tough for Ebner to step in
outside
there.
a little bit better, but he just doesn't block as good enough.
Yep.
As good as David Montgomery.
Yep.
That's one of the big ones for me. 2, you have to slow down their running game.
Yeah.
That's what's been crippling you. Let Marcus Mariota try and beat you. Marcus Mariota doesn't beat too many people. He doesn't beat too many teams.
I'm looking at the Bears' defense. The Bears rank 21 in defense. 329 yards per game they're giving up. They're last in passing defense. I'm sorry, hold on a second. Yeah, they're 31st in passing defense. I'm sorry, I'll get it right eventually. They're 10th in passing defense, but they're 28th in rushing defense. Teams don't even have to pass the ball. Now, Goff did and made the Bears look bad, but the defense needs to step up. They haven't been able to stop running backs, and that's the defensive line. That's some of the other linebackers, and that's also the safeties need to step up, make some plays, and they have not been doing that of late.
Right.
Eddie Jackson has wrapped up a little bit. If you had a chance to watch yesterday, I'm going to tell you something you're going to be surprised at. I watched the second half of the Illinois-Michigan game yesterday. There's a kid out of Illinois.
Football?
There's a kid out of Illinois that tackles the way tackling is supposed to be done. A kid named Witherspoon. He tackles. He sticks his helmet in there. He wraps up. I'm sitting there on the couch watching the game with Linda. She goes, "That's the way you're supposed to tackle." I said, "Exactly." Hopefully the Bears were watching that game because that's how Eddie Jackson needs to tackle. That's how Jalen Johnson needs to tackle. They got to step up their game and make some decisions and make some plays in that secondary today. I'm sorry. What was your second point?
No, but the second one was, like I said, you got to stop their running game. Cordell Patterson coming back this week. We've seen him run pretty much over everybody when he's healthy. He does a damn good job of doing his thing. Third thing, Justin Fields, the offensive line, protect him a little bit. Please try and keep him safe today. That's a big thing. I don't want to see him scrambling all over the place. I know that's how he's been winning the last couple of weeks. I know that's how he's looked the last couple of weeks. He's looked great running the ball. Fantastic running the ball. Over the last 5 games, 555 yards or something like that.
That's
Crazy.
it. 555 on 62 carries. He's averaging 9 yards a carry.
He's been insane.
Now, here's a question for you.
Yes.
They've rushed the ball for 237 or more yards in each of the last 5 games. Did they do that again today?
237. I'm going to take the under on that today.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm taking the under on that today.
Yeah. Especially without Khalil Herbert, him being out, Huebner stepping in. I don't know. Maybe they throw the ball. Maybe they try to throw the ball a little bit more today. I don't think they're going to run the ball as much as they have in the last several weeks. We'll have to wait and see.
And then my fourth one, Fred, is this is what I want to see. I want to see them involve Chase Claypool this week.
Yeah.
All right, it's been 3 weeks now since we've had him, 2.5 weeks. He's been kind of a back focal point.
3 catches, 21 yards.
Right.
And one of those was a little flip from the quarterback,
Right.
one of those forward flips that counts as a pass.
Right. I want to see him get a little more involved this week.
Yeah.
I want to see him catch. I would like to see him catch 4 or 5 passes this week. I don't care the yards. I just want to see him involved in the offense.
Sure.
To make the defense think about him a little bit. That's all.
Yeah. And once he's out there, he's supposed to be a guy that's a threat. Once he's out there, maybe you can open up the secondary for Fields. For Moody. Maybe you can open up the secondary for Cole Kmet. You saw the great play they called last week where Cole Kmet found himself wide open, catches the ball, goes on a 50-yard catch and run for the touchdown. I'm expecting more of those things to happen today.
I'm still not a fan of Cole Kmet.
I know you're not. I don't get it.
But I will say this. All that being said, I'm going to keep on doubting him and let him do his thing.
Okay.
So hopefully every time I say that I'm not a fan of Cole Kmet, he scores 2 touchdowns.
Gotcha.
It's been 2 weeks back to back.
Yeah.
So I'm still not a fan of Cole Kmet. 2 touchdowns.
He's got 5 in the last 3 weeks. That's pretty damn good.
Still not a fan of him.
I like it because your quarterback always needs a safety valve, a guy to go to. And he's got a guy to go to in Cole Kmet. So hopefully that continues today. Cole Kmet, you got Wesco as another guy at the tight end position. You got Ryan Griffin if he doesn't hold. Penalties again. We talked about this a little bit on Monday night on my show, but 9 penalties for 86 yards. Can't do it. You're not a team that can have penalties. And this Bears team was not a team that got called for a lot of penalties. Now, granted, some of the penalties were very questionable, especially, in my opinion, the hands to the face where Jalen Johnson just shoved the guy in the chest and he went down like he was shot with a gun.
Right.
Okay. But you cannot have penalties this week. And I think you're going to see a team that comes out and plays a much cleaner game because of that. That's another reason I give them a good chance to win today.
I think they will win today, man. I think they will.
Well, you had 34-21 as your prediction.
34-21.
Yeah,
That's
I got 28-20. We'll see how that works.
So they win by 13 today.
Yeah. Could you believe, just off for a second, could you believe the Viking game against Buffalo last week?
Was that not an awesome game?
When do you ever see the quarterback fumble the ball coming out of the end zone in the last minutes of the game?
It was such an awesome game.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing.
That catch by Justin, I tweeted it and Facebooked it last week when I was watching it live. That catch by Justin Jefferson last week against Buffalo may be the best catch I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
One of the strange things is it took away from a catch that Stephon Diggs made a little bit earlier in the game. Very similar catch. He went up, caught the ball with one hand. He basically caught the point of the football with one hand and brought it down into his body. So that was unbelievable. That was so good to see.
I tell you, man, that catch. Yeah, I
hope they do it today.
I'm telling you, man, that game last week was unbelievable. You couldn't have, and Buffalo's just crumbling. Well, that's 2 losses in a row for that team.
They got injuries. They have some
Josh
problems.
Allen, I guess he has a bad elbow. They were saying he may need Tommy John.
Yeah, but the nice part is now for them too. They get to go to Detroit. So now instead of playing in the snow, instead of playing in 77 inches of snow, they get to go play on turf. Now that team is fast, and when you put that team on turf, it should be an interesting game today in Detroit when they play the Bills.
It should be a fun game. Should be a fun game to watch.
In Detroit, right?
Yeah, it's in Detroit.
And then they play again in Detroit on Thanksgiving Day. So
so they're back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
So, but let's hope the Bears get a big W today. You guys, I want to get everybody's attention really quick and get a big old bear down. That'd be cool. Yeah?
You could try.
All right, hey, everybody, really quick. We're going to end our show, our pregame show here really quick. I want to give that. I need a big bear down, and everybody here wants to hear you guys too. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, bear down. You ready? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Bear down.
There we go. Let's go. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back at halftime for all you guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you soon.